The graduation party was in full swing when my brother Tyler made his announcement. "Everyone, I have exciting news." He stood on the patio, champagne glass raised, grin wide. "I've been accepted to Harvard Business School." The crowd erupted in applause. Mom cried. Dad beamed with pride. Aunts and uncles rushed to congratulate him. I clapped politely from my spot near the back, already knowing what was coming next. "Of course, Harvard is expensive," Tyler continued, his smile never wavering. "But that's okay because I have the best sister in the world. Maya has agreed to fund my MBA." Every head turned toward me. I hadn't agreed to anything. "Maya's been saving for years," Tyler said, gesturing at me like I was part of his presentation. "She lives simply, no big expenses, and she's always said family comes first. So when I asked her to invest in my future, she said yes immediately." That was a lie. He'd mentioned Harvard last week. I'd said, "That's great, congratulations." Not, "I'll pay for it." Mom rushed over and hugged me. "Maya, sweetheart, this is so generous. Tyler's going to do amazing things and you'll be part of that success." "I never said," I started. "Don't be modest." Tyler interrupted, walking over with his phone out. "I actually already calculated everything. Tuition is about $80,000 a year, plus living expenses in Boston. Figure another $30,000 annually. 2 years total, so roughly $220,000. Maya's been working at that tech company for 6 years. She must have at least that saved up, right?" The crowd murmured approvingly. Responsible Maya. Generous Maya. Maya who lived in a small apartment and drove an 8-year-old Toyota. "Your savings belong to all of us," Tyler announced to everyone like it was the most natural thing in the world. "That's what family means. We pool resources and lift each other up." Dad nodded. "That's right. Your mother and I paid for Tyler's undergrad. It's only fair you help with graduate school. We're a team." "I paid for my own undergrad," I said quietly. "With loans," Mom said, waving dismissively. "That's different. Tyler had scholarships and our help. He's debt-free. We don't want him starting his MBA in the hole." "But it's fine for me to be in the hole." "You're established," Dad said. "You have a good job. Tyler's still building his career. This is an investment in the family's future." I looked at Tyler, who was showing his phone to our cousin Ben. "See? Maya's account has plenty. She showed me her balance last year. Over $250,000. She doesn't need all that just sitting there." My stomach dropped. I'd shown him my savings account balance during a conversation about investing. One account. Not my full financial picture. "Tyler, that's not. Your account is family money," he said cheerfully, turning back to me. "You've been hoarding it while we all struggle. Time to share the wealth, sis." The word hoarding hung in the air like an accusation. I pulled out my phone and checked my messages. An email from my executive assistant marked, "Urgent. Disclosure tomorrow." Tomorrow. The corporate disclosure I'd been waiting for would go public tomorrow. I looked up at Tyler's expectant face, at my parents' proud smiles, at the relatives nodding their approval of my generosity. "I need to make a call," I said. "Excuse me." I walked into the house, into Dad's study, and closed the door. Then I called my CFO, Robert Chin. "Robert, is the disclosure ready for tomorrow?" "Yes." "Press release goes out at 9 a.m. Eastern. We're announcing the Series C funding and your promotion to co-CEO. The valuation numbers will be public. Are you sure you want to proceed with the timeline?" "Absolutely certain. In fact, can we move it up? Release it tonight at midnight." "That's unconventional. Why the rush?" "Family situation. I need the information public before I have this conversation." "Understood. I'll coordinate with the PR team. Anything else?" "Yes. Send me the executive compensation disclosure. The public version. The one showing your salary and equity stake?" "That's the one." "Sending now." "Maya, is everything okay?" "It will be. After midnight." I stayed in the study until sunset, working on my laptop, responding to emails, reviewing documents. Through the window I could see the party continuing. Tyler holding court, talking about his Harvard plans, probably spending my money in his head. At 7 p.m. Mom knocked on the door. "Maya? Everyone's asking about you. Come back out." "I'm working." "On a Saturday?" During Tyler's party. She came in and sat down. Honey, I know 200,000 is a lot of money, but this is Tyler's dream. You can rebuild your savings. You're good at that. How do you know I can rebuild it? Because you're sensible. You live below your means. You'll be fine. What if I have plans for that money? What plans? You don't have a boyfriend, you're not buying a house, you don't take vacations. What could you possibly need it for? I looked at her. Really looked at her. When had she decided I didn't deserve dreams because I didn't broadcast them? Maybe I need it for my own future, I said. Your future is secure. You have a stable job. Tyler's future is just beginning. He needs this opportunity. He could take out loans like I did. And burden him with debt. Maya, don't be selfish. This is your brother. And I'm your daughter. Doesn't my financial security matter? Of course it does. But you're already secure. Tyler needs help. I needed help 6 years ago. I got loans and a side job. Mom's face hardened. I didn't raise you to be this petty. Family helps family. End of discussion. She left, closing the door firmly behind her. I went back to my laptop and waited. At 11:47 p.m. my phone buzzed. Robert, disclosure goes live in 13 minutes. PR team is standing by. Good luck with whatever you're doing. At midnight exactly my phone started buzzing. Notifications flooded in. LinkedIn, email, text messages. The TechCrunch headline. NextGen AI announces $500 million Series C at $3.2 billion valuation. Names Maya Torres co-CEO. Forbes. Meet Maya Torres, the 32-year-old co-CEO behind NextGen AI's meteoric rise. The disclosure included everything. My co-founder equity stake, 23%. My annual salary, $850,000. My total compensation including equity, approximately $47 million over the past 3 years. Current net worth, $287 million. I forwarded all the articles to the family group chat, then turned off my phone and went to sleep. Sunday morning I woke to 17 missed calls and 43 text messages. Tyler, Maya, you're a millionaire? Mom, why didn't you tell us? Dad, we need to talk immediately. I ignored them and went for a run. When I got back there were cars in my apartment parking lot. My family's cars. They were waiting in the lobby. Maya. Tyler jumped up when he saw me. I can't believe you let me ask you for money when you're worth almost $300 million. I felt like an idiot when I saw the news. You should feel like an idiot, I said, heading for the elevator. They followed me in. That was harsh, Mom said. Tyler didn't know. Tyler announced to a party full of people that my savings belonged to him. He calculated exactly how much of my money he planned to spend. He didn't ask, he assumed. Because we thought you were just a regular employee, Dad said. We didn't know you owned part of the company. Would it have mattered? When you thought I had $250,000 you demanded all of it. Now you know I have more, you'll just demand more. The elevator reached my floor. I got out. They followed. That's not fair, Tyler said. I'm your brother. I thought we were close. We were. Until you announced I was funding your MBA without asking me first. I was excited. I thought you'd be happy to help. You thought I'd be convenient. I unlocked my apartment door. They tried to follow me inside. No, I said, blocking the doorway. This is my home. You're not coming in. Maya, please, Mom said. Can we just talk about this? About what? About how you decided my money was family money. About how my savings were hoarding. About how Tyler's dreams matter more than mine. That's not what we meant, Dad said. Then what did you mean? Silence. Here's what's going to happen, I said. Tyler, you're not getting money for Harvard. Take out loans like everyone else. Learn what it feels like to invest in yourself. Maya, that's not. Mom, Dad, the next time you tell someone I've agreed to pay for something I haven't agreed to, I'll correct them publicly. In front of everyone. You're embarrassing us, Mom said quietly. You embarrassed me yesterday. You announced to 60 people that I was funding Tyler's MBA without asking me first. You made me look like either a liar or a villain. Which is it? No answer. I've spent 6 years building a company while you all assumed I was failing because I didn't show off. You know why I didn't tell you about NextGen? Because of this. Because the second you knew I had money, you'd treat me like a resource instead of a person. We're your family. Tyler said. We deserve to share in your success. Why? What have you done to deserve it? We supported you. When did you support me? When I was working 90-hour weeks and you said I had no work-life balance. When I was building the company and you asked when I'd get a real job? When I was fundraising and you said I should give up and work for a corporation? Tyler's face reddened. That's not fair. We didn't understand what you were doing. You didn't ask. You assumed. Just like you assumed my savings belonged to you. So what now? Dad asked. You're just going to cut us off? Over money? I'm going to establish boundaries. If you can respect them, we can have a relationship. If you can't, we won't. That's blackmail, Mom said. No, that's self-preservation. They left. Angry, hurt, indignant. At 2 p.m. my doorbell rang. I checked the security camera. A woman in a business suit stood there holding a folder. I opened the door. Can I help you? Miss Torres? I'm Jennifer Watts, CFO of NextGen AI. Robert Chin asked me to deliver these documents in person. I stared at her. Jennifer? What are you doing here? Making sure you're okay. Robert was worried after your call last night. He came inside and handed me the folder. These are the updated equity documents, board resolutions and financial disclosures. Everything you need if your family decides to challenge your assets or claim they're entitled to anything. I didn't think I'd need legal protection from my own family. Most people don't. Until they do. She sat down on my couch. For what it's worth, I've seen this before. Family members who think success is communal property. They're always shocked when you set boundaries. My brother announced to everyone that my savings belonged to all of them. What did you do? I released the corporate disclosure 12 hours early. Let them find out from TechCrunch that I'm worth $250 million. Jennifer laughed. Aggressive. I like it. How'd they take it? They showed up at my apartment this morning demanding to know why I didn't tell them sooner. Let me guess, they wanted you to fund something before and now they want to fund something bigger? Harvard MBA. $220,000. And now? Now Tyler's mad I won't pay for it. Jennifer pulled out her phone. I'm going to give you the number for my family law attorney. Specializes in high-net-worth individuals with boundary issues. You might need her. It won't come to that. Maya, you're worth $287 million. Your family thinks they're entitled to it. It will absolutely come to that. She stayed for an hour walking me through asset protection strategies, trust structures, legal boundaries. When she left, I felt more prepared. And more alone. 2 weeks later, I received a formal letter from an attorney representing my parents and Tyler. They were suing me for financial elder abuse and undue influence. The claim: I'd manipulated them into not expecting financial support, then revealed my wealth to humiliate them. They were seeking $10 million in damages for emotional distress. I called Jennifer's attorney friend. This is absurd, Attorney Michelle Park said after reviewing the letter. They have no case. You don't owe your adult brother MBA tuition. You don't owe your parents anything beyond basic care if they're incapacitated, which they're not. This is a shakedown. What do I do? Respond through counsel. Don't engage directly. And prepare for this to get uglier before it gets better. He was right. 3 months later, I sat in a conference room with Michelle as my parents and Tyler sat across from us with their attorney. A man who looked distinctly uncomfortable. Let me be clear, Michelle said. Ms. Torres has no legal obligation to fund her brother's education or to provide financial support to her able-bodied parents. The claim of elder abuse is baseless. Her parents are 62 and 64, both working, both healthy. There is no abuse. There's emotional abuse, their attorney said weakly. She humiliated them by not disclosing her wealth. She had no obligation to disclose her wealth. It's her private financial information. Family is different. No, it's not. Not legally. Ms. Torres' assets are her own. Your client's belief that they're entitled to those assets is not legally supported. The attorney sighed and looked at my parents. I told you this was a weak case. We're her family. Mom said. She owes us. No, Michelle said firmly. She doesn't. And if you continue this lawsuit, we'll countersue for harassment and legal costs. You'll pay our fees, which are currently at $47,000 and climbing. Dad's face went pale. 47,000? That's what happens when you file frivolous lawsuits. Someone has to pay the lawyers. Tyler spoke up for the first time. Maya, come on. You know this is ridiculous. Just give us something and we'll drop it. I looked at him. This was never about money. This was about respect. You treated me like an ATM. When I said no, you sued me. That tells me everything I need to know. So that's it? You're really going to destroy your relationship with your family over this? You destroyed it when you announced my savings belonged to you. I'm just refusing to pretend it didn't happen. They dropped the lawsuit 2 days later. I haven't spoken to them since. 6 months after that, I received a wedding invitation. My cousin Sarah was getting married. A handwritten note was attached. I know things are complicated with your family. But I want you to know, I'm proud of what you built. You didn't owe Tyler his MBA. You don't owe anyone access to your success. If you want to come, I'd love to see you. No pressure. I sent a gift. And a note. Thank you for understanding. Congratulations on your wedding. Tyler went to Harvard eventually. He took out loans. Last I heard from a mutual friend, he was struggling with the debt and bitter about it. Mom and Dad retired early and moved to Florida. They tell people I'm busy with work, when asked why I'm not around. The truth is simpler. I'm not around because I finally learned that family isn't defined by blood. It's defined by respect. And the day Tyler announced my account was family money was the day I learned my family didn't respect me at all. The corporate disclosure had changed everything. The CFO had walked in, literally, and helped me protect what I'd built. And I'd learned the hardest lesson of all. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is walk away from people who only love what you can give them. Even when, especially when, those people are family.